Oh, come on, come on, come on. Jeez. Oh, here we go. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Yes! It's 9 o'clock. I can have a drink. Hello, everybody. Welcome to another episode of Dear Zander Mander, where you ask the questions and I answer them. And yes, as you just saw, it's 9 o'clock. I can have a drink. Because I never drink before 9. You don't even want to know what happens before 9 o'clock if I have a cocktail. Anyways, let's get to your questions, and don't forget, I've got a special guest question at the end of the show. You're going to love this one, believe me. Our first question this week is, do you ever get tired of answering the same questions? Well, no, I don't. I will answer the questions all the time, but I do get asked a lot of the same questions. So, to answer this question, I'm going to say, refer back to Dear Zander Mander episode number 1. Those are the most frequently asked questions that I get. And there you will find all the answers. Our next question is, do you have a favorite movie musical? Well, yes, I do. My favorite movie musical of all time is Summer Stock, starring Judy Garland and my favorite dancer of all time, Gene Kelly. This is a great movie. It's got so many great songs like Howdy Neighbor, Happy Harvest. Okay, so I know Judy Garland. Also features Gene doing a great dance with a piece of newspaper. But I guess the biggest song out of that movie was Judy's Forget Your Troubles, Come On, Get Happy, which obviously I'm doing right now. Cheers! Our next question is, do you have a favorite joke that you like to tell? There was a man driving down the road and he accidentally hit this cat and he killed it. And he felt so bad that he went up to the nearest house and he knocked on the door. A lady answered the door and he said, "Ma'am, I apologize, but I just hit a cat in front of your house and I thought it might be yours and I thought I should let you know." And she says, "Well, I don't own a cat." He says, "Oh." She says, "Well, it's not my cat. It might be my neighbor's cat. What did the cat look like?" And the guy goes, "See, I told you it was really stupid." But I love that joke. Well, she's been gone for a couple weeks, but she's back. Welcome back, Rosemary. You better believe I do. I love them to death. My Ziegfeld and my Berkeley. I would come back as the person that invented auto-tune, and before I created it, I would tell myself, no, 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 this is a really bad idea. I'd come back as Dolly Parton. Why? So I could motorboat myself. Hello? A clown. I love clowns, and I'd love to make people happy like that. The richest billionaire in the world, and not for the money of it. The reason I would do that is because I'd be able to use all that money for all the charities I would love to support out there and help. There are so many people in need, and it takes money. I would love to have all that money to be able to help all these people around the world. A singer. I've always wanted to be able to sing. And for those of you who have heard me out there sing, you know I can't. But I try. And I'll sing anyways, okay? La 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 la. I'd come back as the person who invented the gun. And again, tell myself, this is a bad fucking idea. I'd be a lollipop. Can you figure out why? Shh. It would be as Dolph Lundgren. I'd kill to lay my hands all over that body, and the only way I'm going to be able to do it is if I'm actually him. So that would be another one. And finally, number 9, I would come back as a cat. Wow. Why? Because I'd get 9 more lives. Hello. Thank you, Rosemary. Love you. Mwah. Our next question is, Dear Zander Mander, is there a song that when you hear it that you just can't get it out of your head? Oh my gosh. Yes. And thanks to my friend in England, there's a song that I cannot get out of my head right now. And it goes like this.
Down at an English fair, one evening I was there, when I heard a showman shouting underneath the flare, I've lost an averly bunch of coconuts. There they are standing in the air. Big ones, small ones, some as big as a head. You give 'em a twist, a flick of the wrist, it's what the showman said. I've lost an averly bunch of coconuts. Every roll you throw will make me rich. There stands me wife, the idol of me life, singing roll a barrel of all a penny a pinch. Sing a roll a bowl of all a penny a pinch. Sing a roll a bowl of all a penny a pinch. A roll a bowl of all, a roll a bowl of all, sing a roll a bowl of all a penny a pinch.
Do you know who that man was singing that song? His name was Merv Griffin. Yes, Merv did that song. It hit number 1. I've got a lovely bunch of coconuts. But Merv Griffin was also the man who created the Wheel of Fortune and Jeopardy! Do you know what Britney Spears, Justin Timberlake, Christina Aguilera, Usher, and Beyonce all have in common? Back before there was American Idol or The Voice, The X Factor, America's Got Talent, back before there were any of these shows, there was a competition show called Star Search. All competed on this show. Our special guest was the grand prize winner of that show. His name is Sam Harris. My first introduction to Sam Harris was on the Star Search show. I watched the show, I loved it, and then one night this cute, yummy young man comes out on the stage in oversized tuxedo tails and sneakers. It's like, ooh, I love what he's wearing, but like, oh, he's so cute. And then
If birds fly over the rainbow, then why, oh why,
after Sam Harris became the grand champion of Star Search, he's gone on to record many albums. He's a Broadway star. He's created television. He's produced television. He's an author. The man has a great voice. And you know what's even better? He's a great person. He really is. Anyways, here's Sam's question for me. you mean a Feldman? Oh, I'm sorry. That's my bad. Before I was mature enough or old enough or respectful enough, I used to call it a Feldman. When a person had a problem with their eyes like that, the Feldman refers to Marty Feldman, the famous actor, comedic actor. And I used to call it a Feldman until I found out why Marty Feldman's eyes were like that. Marty Feldman had Graves' disease, and it was due to a botched surgery that his eyes protruded and went opposite ways. But anyways, I tell you this. Cheers to Marty for making a career after that surgery. Hello! To answer your question, Sam, I don't want to make fun of anybody. I mean, I used to when I was stupid and young, but then when I realized that they couldn't help it, I personally look into the eye that is looking at me. Because I like to look into the eyes of people as I'm talking to them. So if they got a lazy eye, don't look at that one. I look at the eye that is looking at me. That way, I'm getting to look at them. That second part, okay, I'll be honest. Maybe they are checking out that boy that's walking down the street. Who knows? Sometimes I wish I could look at somebody and then check out that boy walking down the street at the same time. That's shameless and shameful. Don't ask me questions like that. I want to thank Sam Harris for sending in his question to us. Sam, I love you. I have been a fan of yours since Star Search, and yes, I know you don't want to be remembered as the man who won Star Search, but you did, bitch. You did. But there are many, many other things to remember you by.
There's a war on drugs and a war on crime. They say Jesus wants a war to wipe out Darwinism. There's so many wars messing up my mind. And most of all, you got your war of wars on terrorism. You say the American way is what we're fighting for, but I'm sick of the spin you put.
And I still listen to you, and I still have that one song that is my favorite off of your albums, and I just can't let it go. I bet you want to know what it is, don't you? Call me.
When the river is too wide to cross and the water is raging too fast, when we see the destination but cannot make our way, we will build a bridge of brotherhood and cross the river at last. When the air is cold.
Thank you, everybody, for joining me for another episode of Dear Zander Mander. I love you. Do me a favor, and you know what it is. Until we meet again, you have fun, and you get home safe. Good night, everybody.
You can climb upon my shoulders until we reach the skies, for it is not enough to want it, need it, and deserving doesn't make it true. I believe hate fails and love prevails. Take a stand, demand justice overdue. Sing it.